Well, I got a feeling that it is by that style. It could be no one else but Mark Parsons in the Bygone Autos Rover. Well, if you want spectator appeal, you've got to keep an eye on Mark Parsons. He invented the sport of drifting before it was a sport. I've seen him do this in rally cars. I've seen him do it in the Holden Monaro. And here he is in the Bygone Autos Rover. And it's as sideways as you like. And this is what Mark Parsons is known for. He's a brilliant driver in his own right. He's won the Targa. He's won rallies on asphalt and on gravel. He currently is the Toyota Racing Series official team driver, drives the team transporter, which he also does up in Europe. So he comes down from the Europe off-season and gets a job down here in New Zealand. Racing Ray Williams now in retirement, but the fastest man on the racetrack, but not the leader, because that is number 147, Peter Bernard. Working his way around the big sweeper here at Taupo. He's got some company there, and that looks like it's the Dolomite of Sparks through in second place. Well, Ray Williams has said anything Mark Parsons can do, I can do better, and he gets a little bit sideways as well, but no one does it better than this bloke. This is Mel Clark's Targa car, if you like, the Rover. Here's John Munro working through the turn 12, 13, 14 complex and out onto the pit straight. And he's currently sitting just inside the top 10. This is the race leader, though. Out of turn 1, heading up into 2 now. Looks like the Triumph Dolomite of Sparks through in second place. And as we always see in these handicap racing, as the laps wind down, the racing gets closer and closer. Rob Douglas chasing Mark Glidden in the Porsche. Douglas, of course, in the Morgan. This man, though, continues to lead it. You can see using good use of the curbs here at Taupo. Well, this man using good use of the rear wheel, of the rear tyres. As sideways as you like, the V8 Rover has got plenty of power, but I don't think Mel Clark normally drives it like this. But Mark Parsons putting on a show for the crowd here at the Taupo Motorsport Park. Here is John Munro in the XJ6, the Jaguar. And look at this. Well, we had an inkling that this is what Mark Parsons was going to do. He's kind of having a guest drive, if you like. But it's always spectacular. He gives Bruce Mannon racing room because he knows that Mannon is contesting a season-long championship. And he was looking for as many points and as many placings as he can get in this, the handicap race, because he would have started well toward the back. Things getting a little bit closer at the top end of the field now. Gordon League back in third place, just up ahead of him. It is the Triumph Dolomite of Jeff Sparks. Race leader continues to be Peter Bernard in the Escort. Here is Racing Ray Williams. He'd be inside the top 10 now, and his next victim, if you like, will be Mark Parsons. There's Bruce Mannon just up ahead of him, so he's got past Parsons. Well, Parsons probably let him go because he wants to be doing the showboating, if you like, putting the show on for the crowd here. But Racing Ray Williams, well, he's all business. He'd like to pass Bruce Mannon and then get as close to the front as he can in the laps remaining. There's the other Porsche in the field. This is Mark Glidden. Still holding out the attentions of David Thomason. Rob Douglas has got by him now, so those positions have changed just a little. This man continues to lead it, but I wonder for how much longer. Bernard in the front. Well, Racing Ray Williams hasn't been able to shake the attention yet of Bruce Mannon as they work out through the Serpentine section of the racetrack here at Taupo and out onto the faster part of the track down past the clubhouse. Big lock up there from Glidden, and that means that 71 can get just a little bit closer. David Thomason. There is Racing Ray Williams. Right in behind him is Bruce Mannon. Now these guys are setting a blistering pace because Racing Ray's last lap was a 1:43.226, and that's the fastest he's gone all weekend. Next one he comes up on will be number 71 by the look of it in the Escort. Goes past him, no problem at all, so moves up another spot. Is he going to get to the front of this field by the time the laps run down? Rob Douglas up ahead of him, so too Mark Glidden. This man continues to lead, just holding on by the skin of his teeth now. Oh, perhaps I spoke too soon because he looks quite comfortable out there at the moment. Jeff Sparks back in second place in the Dolomite. Down the inside of Glidden comes Racing Ray Williams into the big sweeper at the top end of the circuit here at Taupo. His next victim will be Rob Douglas in the Morgan, and that should put him up into the top 5. Race leader onto the pit straight. There is John Munro. There is Racing Ray Williams. So the Morgan is dispatched. Rob Douglas goes back a spot. He just get a glimpse at the edge of the shot there, I think, of Bernard, the race-leading escort. But he's got a bit of a tiger on his tail now because Racing Ray has gone around John Williams through 1, so that would put him up into 3rd place now, I think it is. Monroe just dragging a bit of dirt onto the racetrack as he heads up through turn 3. Here is Mark Parsons. Amazing car control when you think as sideways as the Rover's ever been, and he keeps it on the black stuff. 12, Racing Ray Williams in hot pursuit of number 147, Peter Bernard. Has he got him yet? No, he hasn't. There's the 2nd place man, and that is Jeff Sparks in the Triumph Dolomite. You get the feeling that Ray should have disposed of him by the time they get to the big sweeper. Parsons now just having a bit of fun. Racing Ray Williams has passed Peter Bernard, and that is the pass for the lead as he heads down past the clubhouse, so he caught them a little bit quicker than I thought. Now is Bruce Mannon going to get past Bernard as well? I think he is. He dives down the inside of him as Racing Ray comes into the braking area at the top end of the circuit. The Ivory Beast is going to make it a clean sweep in the Arrow Wheel Sports and GTs. He won race 1, he won race 2. He's in the front here in race 3. Mannon's got up into 2nd place. Then we go back to Peter Bernard. Then it's Rob Douglas in the Morgan. Then it's John Munro in the Jaguar. Down through the gearbox, hard on the brakes, through the left-right combination, and out onto the pit straight again goes Racing Ray Williams. Mannon closes up the gap, but it's going to be too little too late, and Racing Ray clean sweeps the Arrow Wheel Sports and GTs. 2nd place will be Bruce Mannon, and in 3rd place it's Peter Bernard.